Everyone. So I know I'm muted in my meeting, but I'm not muted in the screencast. So that's really what counts. So the big screen is me on my laptop, and the one up in the top is my iPad. Ooh, so that's kind of weird. So if I move my mouse around from the presenter point of view, in the upper right-hand corner, there's this thing called a gallery view. So if I click on that, it kind of tiles all of my images together, so you can see everyone in your meeting as long as they would all fit on the screen. The speaker view means whoever is speaking has kind of the big picture, and then everyone else's would be tiled up there at the top, along the top edge. So I could unmute myself. I'd rather not unmute myself for right now because I'd get a lot of reverb and feedback between the two devices because they're right next to each other. I prefer not to stop my video, but I will keep doing it. I should try virtual backgrounds sometime, but I'm not. Again, most of the folks who are on here, I've already gotten them the link, so there's no reason to invite them. But if I have to during a meeting and I need to get somebody involved with it, I can certainly invite them that way. Manage participants. So when I click on the manage participants, I have a list over here of all of the participants that are there. And I can, I like to have them muted all, especially if these are my students, so they're not carrying on and whatnot. There are some other things down here that you can explore on your own. What I would suggest is that after this, you get with a couple of your colleagues and try the Zoom meeting between yourselves so you can kind of practice and play. And again, you can also unmute all, or I can unmute them one at a time. If I hover over their names, I can actually turn somebody around and make them the host if I want to. Or if they're really being just kind of troublesome, I could remove them entirely. And so that is the manage participants. And I think in the next video, I'll go over more about screen sharing. The chat, I'll also go over the chat and how you can use the chat educationally to pose questions, to get kids to pause and think about it and let kids respond in kind of a structured manner. So I'll go over that in another video as well. It might be helpful to record your sessions, especially if they're somewhat short. If you're trying to record this as it would be a regular classroom, a 40-minute video would take up a lot of room. I would strongly recommend against that. But if you're doing a 10-minute session, certainly do that. Your options are to record on the computer or record to the cloud. You should record on this computer. So the recording will be saved to your computer, and then you can upload that to a YouTube channel. And the reactions are the reactions. And then the end meeting is what you do to end your meeting. So for right now, that's kind of what those tools down there at the bottom will do. And in the next video, we'll talk about screen sharing. And then in the video after that, we'll talk about using the chat in an educationally productive way. I hope these are helpful, kids.